Hi, my name is Cris, also known as Xine6581, and today we are going to talk about tapes. And I've got a box here full of tapes, and I know they are a bit of a tricky one. So we are just gonna call this the black mold tapes. What on earth is this? Well, there is no secret that tapes that's been laying around in different, storage environments will have some issues. And in this plastic bag, we're gonna just, if you're looking here, we can see this tape is not something I will recommend you, fooling around with. Because if we are looking here at the actual tape mass, it's really not. Well, this is black mold, I tell you. From experience, this is not something you wanna deal with in the first case. But the mad science, the madman, he always get the dirty job, and he seems to get the dirty job done. So gladly, but with danger in mind, I said, yes, please. Yes, please, bitch, give it to me. With the tapes, that is. The guy himself is certainly a very nice gentleman. No offense there. So, let's talk about the process here a little bit. The process is something that is very important for me. Because, like I said, we have a little bag here with the worst case scenario things. But if we are scuffing a little bit in the bag here, we get up another good tape here. Unknown is a Philips FA190. And just looking at this little tape here, we can see, I think this is kind of okay. This one looks very clean. And if we are going to this Nail Sarkida, it's 90s music. No, it's not. Micro B, interesting. This looks kind of okay, I would say. It's not the worst one I have had, but it's certainly not. It's certainly not the best or worst. Yeah, it's an okay tape. That is what I'm trying to say. I just had to deal with the focus a little bit here on the camera. And this one here is real black. It looks like someone has been saving it from the fire, and it smells awful. I just don't wanna know. Oh, no, I don't wanna know. So, what we are dealing with now is the actual analyze, or analyzes, because the more we know about the tapes, the easier it is for us to determine where to go next. By the way, I'm having a nice sip here of something, how to tear wall down. It's from a local brewery, so I'm lucky to have it shipped to my place. This is an original game, Black Tiber from Capcom actually, Solomon's Key, Konami. These are in a pretty okay, decent condition. But what I also know is that these tapes has been preserved. I know that because, well, I have done it myself along with others. So what we are coming into now is actually something called priority. The process, the analyze, the priority. What do we want to preserve? What do we even want to get dirty on, so to say? That's the thing. Original games are very nice, but like I said, most of the original games has been preserved by many other talented people, and I think it's good. But what I'm interested in are certainly Turbo 250. Oh, that one was really dusty. Yeah, I'm also having the fan going on here, so I know what I'm doing, so don't get any stranger things going on here in the air. This one is also nice. So the priority is data to determine what kind of data I want, and then, like I said, that's the Turbo 250. I don't know if I don't have to be the guy that points everything out, you know. But like I said, we have some tapes here that are in a horrible condition. I'm just gonna go through. This is an excellent game, by the way. You can tell I love that game. And we have more things here. And I'm soon I'm going to stop ramble here, and we're gonna get into business. But most of the games here, Ghostbusters, mad stuff here. Vector, oh, that's a real cool game, actually. Not too bad, not too bad. But I mean, I'm just gonna, before I'm going ballistic here, it's going to get a little bit dirty here on the desk, because these tapes, dealing with black mold is not the nicest thing to do. So we are going to come back to this little plastic bag here with this little nasty one, because this one is indicating there's some kind of turbo data on this, so that one is really interesting for me. What is dirt? Well, we have covered that, I think, now. So now I'm going to bring us to another great topic. Just move this away. Tools. Black mold tools. That's a nice title, by the way. What I'm going to do here, what I'm actually going to use is nothing fancy. That's my to-go thing. A little, if you have a nice girlfriend, or you're just sneaking out, you can get this kind of, I don't know what they are for, some kind of face, I don't know. It's something for their lashes to make them blush, or I don't know. And some old-fashioned pads here, some tops, and some wooden things if we have to get hardcore in a way. And also, we got ourselves some towels, some paper. And if that's not enough, we got ourselves a roller. And you might ask yourself, what a roller? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're using this roller, you can remove a lot of dirt and crap from the tapes. That's why. And also something like this, little evidence holder, so you can scratch everything down, because you don't want to have particles from the black mold, in this case, going crazy in your apartment or house or room or whatever you're working in. I mean, you have to stay healthy as well, because no one will preserve your health, that's for sure. Trust me, they won't do that. Well, so I think we're gonna go here. Oh, that is so good. A little bit sour with some freshness from the grapes, and I think it's a kind of rhubarb and all kind of stuff. Okay, so this one is, listen to this. If we're just looking here, you can see these dots are black mold indeed. But it also indicates that we have some games like Max Headroom, Pinball Wizard, Mounting on the Run, Boulder Dash 4, Poster. We have a lot of games. That is it. That's it. Just gonna put that one there. You see, I got some crap on my fingers, which is not good. So when we're looking at this, we can see that this is looking really nasty. So what I'm gonna begin with actually is to just, you can see, have you seen that? It's even worse than I thought. This is really nasty. Look what I just pulled out here. Wow, this is mold. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna change my strategy here. Speaking about priority, I'm going to scratch the front here, the cassette actually. Go really careful and make sure to keep your face out of there. Because if you're looking at this top here, and my hands or hand actually is starting to look a bit mellow yellow there. And now that one is full of dirt, and we're gonna take the backside as well. And you might ask yourself, but why? Why, Chris? Why are you doing this? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Because you never know where to find or what to find on these tapes. Even though you have it written there. You can't be sure. Put that top there, and just by knocking the tape carefully, I can see things are falling out, really. So I'm just gonna grab a new one, and we're gonna tighten it. I'm gonna just, push my finger back and forth there, and just hold that little thing, and carefully, really carefully, work my way, like so, to get everything out of there. And now I'm gonna carefully, just very carefully fold or roll it back actually, to make sure that I don't drive any crap back into the actual cassette holder or the inside of the cassette. And we can hear that it's crumbling and screaming pretty badly. And now is the time when I need to tighten this a little bit more. Heck, I'm just gonna go for something like this. Why not? I'm just gonna hold it pretty gentle, and I'm gonna go for this makeup brush. And now I can go pretty harsh here, because this plastic stuff there, that's it. That plastic stuff, it won't get access to the tape or the reading head actually, because I'm gonna fast forward here, so we don't have to deal with that in the tape. And now you might ask yourself, well, isn't there some kind of dirt inside the actual tape, the cassette itself? Well, it is, of course it is. But when looking at it, and I'm a little bit rough here, okay? I'm a little bit rough here. That's okay. There aren't too much of mold left here, which indicates that I kind of saved this cassette in the proper time. Which is good, indeed. I think that I'm going to get a pad as well, and just, And as always, I'm not using any kind of soap, water, or isopropanol alcohol in the tapes to begin with, because I think, we're getting there. Well, it's not necessarily. It just wears and tears down the actual tape mass. And now, just gonna do like so. Now we're gonna open her up, so to say. That's exactly what I'm gonna do now. There we go. I just got myself a screwdriver. And now I hear everybody, but Chris, you didn't tell us about the screwdriver. That's not included in the tools you presented. Well, obviously I did not, because I consider this is kind of the essential things And when I'm opening this one up, would you take a closer look at that little thing there? It's rusty. So, back to the little analyze here. Now we know that this has been in a very moist, wet environment. Else we wouldn't have this nasty sound here. It's like opening. It's like, you know, when you're squeezing a box of cereal or something like that. And now, yep. So we have another situation here. It indicates that this side here has been more exposed to the water, I might say, or the mist or whatever, the moist, than this side, because you have more heavy rust here. And I can't even almost even Steven. No, but I can't almost get this open here because it's covered in rust. But that doesn't stop me, does it? No. I just give it a little bit, twist and shake, pulling it a little bit harder. And when I'm kind of dropping the screws on this little paint tool thing here, I can see how much. I just want to show you guys. Look at that. Can you see that? Those little brownish small particles there? These are that's rust actually. It's not these are. It is rust. So we're dealing with some complicated stuff here. Rusty stuff. Rust and black mold. Not the best thing to groove around with, so to say. No worries about this. I'm not touching the upper part where I'm drinking from. Thanks for your concern, by the way. And here we are opening it up. I know this is a different take than I usually make. And that one, oh my gosh, that was a special one. But that's how it is. Okay, so now I'm just gonna hold it in my hand and was supposed to open it anyhow. So I'm just gonna go from the back side here carefully, because I don't want it to pop, because then we're getting all kind of supposedly bad stuff in our face. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my nail, my little manicured nail. And this one is hard to open, but now it seems to have loosened the grip. Okay, this is the moment we are waiting for. We are doing some more tape mass analysis here. That's the clean part of the tip. And again, very carefully, we're just gonna push the roll here and just going to do. Let's take a clean one here, shall we? 1. I didn't say 10 of these. Okay, this one is clean. It's just my thumb that is a bit dirty, but this one is clean for sure. Okay, and we're gonna do a little wipe. Another one, gently. And we can see that there are some smaller things. And what's interesting, remember what I say, that the top where the screws had some rust on it. And if we are looking here at the actual tape mass, we can see, or I can actually see that, let's get something to point with. That side, that kind of half of the arc here, kind of like, what can it be, 100 degrees? That is more dirty than this part. So I was right. The kind of top side, whatever, this side here that you can see, that side I mean, has been more exposed to the weird thing that has been causing this black mold. So I believe, just I'm just kind of doing a hypothesis here. I think that these tapes has been stored like that, actually, and in a box that were, it was a loosey environment, and it's been standing on the floor, for instance. And that way, when you're doing that, water will fill down. It will go down, and also the carton box will suck water. I mean, it's kind of absorbing water. That is what I'm trying to say. Absorbing everything that is moisture and stuff like that. So if it's standing on the floor, it will suck up the water, absorb, or if something dripping, it will absorb. Get it? It's kind of logic when you're thinking about it. And it also makes the entire process easier for me when I'm gonna preserve these, because yes, I am. So now I'm just going to do the funny work here, and put everything back. Sorry, I didn't know you were in that mood tonight. What I could do while I'm at it is actually give this little brown bit, was what's this one here, a little cleaning. Yeah, see, I'm really careful. Oh, there we go. I'm really careful here. See, I just removed some particles from it. And now, steady grip, 2 fingers only. Gonna stretch the tape like so. And now, this could be a little bit fiddly, but if you're careful, you need to get the tape mass inside these little lips, so to say. Because if you're not getting them beneath the lips or aligned here, the tape mass will just bolt out, and that is no good. And it's gonna, nothing there. And now we're going to put a steady grip there, make sure that the tape mass is straightened, so to say. And I'm gonna go from that way, from the upper way, and just close. Just kidding, just close the lid like so. And now you can see what I mean. We didn't success. No. So we need to do it again. See there? We must do this careful. There are no shortcuts here, I can tell you. And if it's a bit sturdy, gentle with the screwdriver, you can kind of flick it beneath. Like that. Flick it beneath. And once we are in position, it's of course gonna give us some headache. That is the whole fun about this. But we are not giving up. Oh, no. I know there are other ways of doing this, of course, but this is a good way that's been working pretty nice for me, actually. And I'm just gonna keep on doing it until it's there. And of course, we had a little epic fail here. But hey, who am I to judge? Are you judging or something like that? I didn't think so either. Cool. So we're gonna we're gonna give it another ride, so to say. Gonna tighten it a bit more. Now, we see that this one, it wants to be preserved, I can tell you. And you think, oh, he's so gentle, he's so careful with the tape, or the tapes. Well, I am, because I don't want to, go crazy and just snap things together. And now I'm very notorious here. I'm a little bit, yeah. I just want to show you the pristine work, you know, the pristine work. There we go. It's that together, and now we're gonna just screw it back. And I always, or almost always, start with that little center thing there, the center screw, and screwing it back into business. And then I am doing like so, just, you know, screwing it like so. Screw in, screw in. So now we have kind of done the hard work here with the tape. I just love that little crusty sound, like that cereal box I'm referring to. Not that I like cereals, but I mean still, it was the kind of sound that came into my mind. I mean, it could be anything. It could be like pasta or whatever. And don't think that I'm going to put this tape back into this mold case or that little thing. No way, Jose. What I'm going to do is just close this lid like so, put it there, but I'm also going to put the tape there so you know that these two, they belong to each other. Okie doke. And now we have this summer game 2. And man, oh man. Since this is preserved, and I can see that it's Rushware, it's from Apex, we're back at the Analyse here. Then the priority is no. I'm not gonna take care of this at this moment. So it's going back into the other pile of stuff. And here we have another game. Oh my god, it's from that bag. I'm not even gonna bother, you know, because I also know that this game is preserved, has been preserved. I know that. It's weird sometimes how you know so much. So let's just, you know, grab something more here. You see what I mean? This one is not looking too great. Oh my gosh. And we can also see that this is bound to COM164. I guess it's a misspelling. And 64 stands there. I'm just gonna go on cleaning the actual cover. Extremely careful because I don't want to have this mold in my lungs or in my system. And believe it or not, but this actually got super clean and I can't. Noops. Well, just a few, if you can see, just a few particles, but that could have been existing from there. I'm gonna try it again. Now I'm going a little bit more mental here, almost now. But if we are looking here at the actual tape mass, like so. It looks kind of fine here. That's something. Look, if you can't, I don't know, I'm not sure if you can see it. But there we have something. I'm just gonna rewind a little bit there. And I'm gonna get a fresh top. And I'm going to just rewind it a little bit more. Once again, with your fingers, steady hold and just snatch it off. And we can see it's a little black thing there. It's probably mold, so I'm gonna, not too much. And here we have some more, less, more. So again, this just strengthened my theory that the tapes has been put like that way, with the top side or the whole side. I don't know what the side you're not reading, the closed side, not the naked side, but the other side. What's wrong with me? Has been stored upside down and moist and not water. I'm not sure if it's that bad, but the mold has been able to cover here. And why did I find so much mold here, you might ask yourself. Well, that's because they are put in a vertical position, horizontal, I mean. Mind the gaps. And here again, we can just clean out here. And out of the blue, we can see everything here. The index. I'm not sure if this is... Oh, funny. Stroker. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, why not? And just for the fun, before we are running out of time. Oops, that's not the one I'm prioritizing at the moment. Nope, World Game has been preserved thousands of times, I guess. But you see what I mean with this. This is just, the beginning here. And the next step now is to go to the preservation station and do some readings readings from the tapes. That's what I'm gonna do next. There we go. We're back here. Okay. Also, what I have here is a screwdriver, of course, so we can fine tune that out of focus tape drive. So let's begin to see. It should be kind of aligned. What we can see here is a monitor that is monitoring the signal, and it's indicating that this is probably music. I can kind of judge it from the data, because you're getting it when you have been doing this for a longer time. You can kind of read the data. Now we're getting some silence here, and there we go. Boulder Dash 3. I think I'm trying to not go too deep here. I'm not going to bother to open that cassette, but we can see that we can read the signal, and the signal is looking very nice indeed. The lines here are sharp and good, so it indicates that the trouble we went through to, school days, everything looks, that one is a bit wobblish here and there. You can see it's a bit wobblish, but I think we can survive. So what I'm trying to achieve with segments like this, I mean, we have done kind of a lot of disk preservation stuff, and how to repair disks and how to tackle the most dirtiest disks of them all. I also want to shed some light and kind of importance of the tapes, because the tapes and the floppies are two different worlds. The floppies and the tapes are so the tapes are older, which means that the data will kind of, it will deteriorate by time. It will not be so strong. You won't have the strong signal forever, and the tapes are a little bit more tricky to deal with to begin with than the floppies. Well, the floppies can be really a pain in the kneecaps as well, but the tapes are a little bit different. But I think that this is called success. So even that the black mold was there and most people wouldn't touch it, I mean, they would just throw it away. Or some people give it to me, or anyone else who is mad enough to tackle stuff like that. But I can see now that everything is running fine here. We can just let it go one more, and it's a perfect time for me to enjoy this very nice beer. Yeah, max headroom is whatever. Headroom is reading perfectly, so I can just say this is a success for this tape, that is. I'm just gonna rewind it because, yeah, I like the sound. It's a very, very nice sound. And one good thing about this monitor is that, there, now it's ready to be dumped with another program, or tool actually. And here we go with that band 2 that we figured out was kind of okay. I'm sorry the tape is out of focus, but that's not what we are focusing on, so to say. This was kind of what? Max headroom? Oh, whew. Turbo 250. 250 turbo. And according to the tape, yeah, it's there too. I mean, to the cover, I mean. Whew. And now, let's see. Flak 1. Perfectly. And the signal here is pretty okay. It's kind of, you know, stable and stabilized and nothing wobbly. And I think that the reading head is perfectly aligned, so I won't have to deal with that. Here it's a bit wobbly, but well, this Flak 1 has, yeah, I have seen it before, and I think it's the same. It's the same, and not different. So we can just go on with these tapes. Welcome back to the actual result here, the conclusion, so to say. Was it worth all the time, all the effort and everything put into these tapes to get data out of them? Yes, indeed it was. And here we can just take a look at the result. Before I'm going on, I just have to point out something. Of course, I had to re-clean some of the tapes again because, well, it was black mold all over the place, and yeah, that is how it is. So the time you saw me spending on the first tape, so to say, well, pretty much I had to do that on for the rest of the tapes. So just put that in mind before you're, you know, starting to go there. It's so easy to do tape preservation. But anyhow, that's how it is. And here are the results. On the first tape, so to say, we can see that everything here except for, what is it, like 6-7 files here, these were not recoverable. And it has to do with that they were saved with error. I have checked it out. The readings were perfectly made, but they were saved to the tape with errors. So, well, that's nothing you can do about it. And these files, well, I can guarantee you they have been preserved before, so no problems there. If we are looking at the next report from the B side actual, we can see here we have a fantastic result here. Almost every file we could recover and preserve, or preserve actually. These could be recovered, maybe, I don't know. I haven't gone that far actually, to be quite honest, but it's alright. And if we are looking at the second tape, this is
indeed amazingly. This is an amazing result, I can tell you for sure. Here we have every file except one. And this tape, I know, was a hell to clean. I had to do it like 2 times, but yeah. But as we can see, the result is fantastic. And I can go on here all night long, so to say, because we have a lot of tapes. I think I had 9 tapes that I have done reports on. And in general, if we are looking at the average general, we are up to 97% of the entire data I could preserve and, well, I could recover. So, I mean, the 3% of the whole deal, so to say, that I wasn't able to recover or save, so to say, that is not too much. And indicating by just having some random looks here, we can really see that files with errors, well, they are kind of mega ghosts and goblins. I don't know what that is, but I think it's just someone who has put some kind of trainer on it. But I had one. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Here we have one that is empty. But the other side was kind of interesting here, because if we are looking here, FaceMaker, here we have things that are really interesting. The X, the test FA move, the E, 2lab fel, error, it's a Swedish title, so these are Swedish tapes. Nu räcker det, that's enough, or now it's enough. These files here, I don't know what they are. And I can guarantee you that they don't exist anywhere else but on this tape, on this particular tape. So if you're asking me, is it worth all the time spent here? You know, I'm spending a lot of time doing these cleaning tapes, renovating tapes, and putting myself into danger when working with black mold and, you know, all kind of crap. Is it worth it, really? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because, like I said, if you have like 200 tapes and you have one tape of them that contains data you don't know what it is, files actually, you don't know, it's worth it, at least in my opinion, because these files are getting out. And, well, I think that is the main point here. So, with this batch, the black mold tapes, I am really happy with the results, and I just want to show you a little bit how everything is done, and now we also have a result. But still, yeah, that's it. That's about it.
So like I said, repeating myself, but it's good to repeat yourself if you want to have your message said and get it, you know. Maybe someone is listening. It's very important to preserve your tapes now, because keep in very good mind that you are probably dealing with 30 years old data by now, or even more. It doesn't matter really. It's also the parameters that we talked about at the repair table in the workshop that you need to know. You need to know what is what, how to deal with the dirt, how to deal with the tape, what process, which are the processes to focus on, and not just go crazy with all kind of weird things. I mean, I've heard so many stories during the years, how to clean the tape. Oh, just soak it in water. Okay, well, that might work. And this is getting really odd here. And all kind of, you know, oh, you just grease them up and you can use VD50 or whatever you can use. Well, of course you can do that if you think that it works, but don't do that. It's better to give it to someone professional who can get the job done. And I'm pretty sure that if you got tapes that are in bad condition, I can make them shine. I'm pretty convinced, I'm really confident in that. So anyhow, I hope this little segment presentation, it's kind of like an ordinary work in my workshop, in my preservation mind. I hope this has been useful, interesting for you, and just, you know, shedding some lights on the process behind everything that you see. It's long, sometimes the process is very long and complicated, and it takes a lot of effort and love, especially before you can get the data out. And I just hope to see you in another one. And the time we're in now, stay safe, keep the distance, and just care for each other. And I think we will make it through. And even though the tapes will make it through, different aspects here. But anyhow, I really hope to see you guys in another one. Thanks for watching. Bye.